Hey everyone, so I am going to show you our drawer method. It's also known as my boys' morning chores. Well, it used to be. We started the system when they were 4. We call it your drawers or your morning chores. But really, while I'm talking about it, I will refer to it as the drawer system. Here we go. Number 1, having a clean floor. Now, we are not super clean people, I will not lie, but the visual is very, very important, especially if you have special needs kids, and all kids really in general. Visuals are very, very good. So if you have a clean floor, they can see what they're working with, they can remember their steps on what to do all on their own without asking for help. Also, that dirty pull-up, they can see just the dirty pull-up there on the floor. Oh, that does not belong, let me go take care of that. So even if their room was not clean, I would shove stuff to the side and have a clean space wherever they were doing their drawers. I love the drawer system because it gives my child independence. Also for myself, it frees up my time, my mental space, everything, all the above for myself. It gives me a couple extra moments to just sit on the side of the bed and breathe if I wanted to, in order to be able to start this drawer system and have your child, do it independently. You want to make sure that they are developed enough and have the skills that are needed to actually get these things done. So I would suggest that you watch them for a couple of days. If you think they're ready, you would watch them for a couple of days and have them do it so that you can lay that expectation appropriately. You want it to be fair. You want to set them up for success. So in my case, I had to wait to do these until my sons could pull the shirt over their head, which was an obstacle for us. Also, another obstacle was putting on socks. And 2, in the beginning, I woke them up earlier because it took one of my sons a very long time to get dressed. Sometimes it was because he was struggling. Sometimes it was because he just does things in his own time, and I wanted to set him up for success in a way that he can reign. If it takes him an hour, he can reign all over that hour, take as much time as he needed so that he could really be in total control of his responsibility. So make sure that your kids have the skills to do the things that you put in there. Otherwise you just stay there and you just do it with them. So I just felt the need to add that because that is so important for this to work. The worst thing is assuming that your child can do something, and sometimes that happens. You assume your kid can do it and you're like, oh wait, they can't. And they start wondering, well, why can't they do it? So hold their hand a lot in the beginning, and then when they are, really ready to move on and do it on their own, then allow them to do it on their own. I just felt it was really important to add that. Kids do well if they can. This is how I stuff the drawers. While they were doing these drawers, they were independent of me. Of course, there's a little bit of support involved, which is the purpose of this, is to let go little by little and, try to have some more time for yourself in the morning. So anyway, let's get to it. This is what it looks like. I do have twins, if you do not know. And we labeled the drawers 1, 2, and 3. So we work off of our picture systems, and so we have these pictures. These are the pictures that we use, and laying it out for the other boy. For one boy, drawer 1 would be brush teeth. That way he would be in the bathroom, while the other boy's drawer 1, he would be getting dressed. So there's 2 steps. 1, you put your clothes on every day. So the 2 steps would be put your dirty laundry away, put your new clothes on. And then the second one, they'd switch. So while he's on his drawer 2 brushing his teeth, this one is actually going and getting dressed and putting his clothes in the dirty laundry. The third drawer also has 2 steps. Excuse me. So it is make your bed and throw away your pull-up. Now the reason why we put throw away your pull-up with making your bed the last thing to do is because they would obviously see the pull-up on the floor wherever they got dressed, and they could put it away. It kind of would be left, alone. Like, hey, that doesn't belong there. So they have the visual. Also, it would also signal them to go and look inside their dirty pajamas, because I'm sure most of you parents know sometimes a pull-up or diaper accidentally goes through the wash, and that's not fun. So having this over here with Make Your Bed really, it really solved that, So if the boy didn't see his pull-up, then he would go to his dirty pajamas in the hamper and take it out. So yeah, that solved that. So stuffing the drawers. So we take the pictures and the clothes and the reward. This is the token board. Okay, this is what they bring to mommy wherever mommy is in the house to show her that, hey, I'm done, mommy. And then they get their breakfast. So in this first drawer for this one boy, there would be a shirt, socks, underwear, and pants, whatever I want him to wear that day. And then it would be the instructions, the picture, what to do. And then there would be the reward. So after he did that, he could go then and, well, we're just stuffing the drawers right now. So, okay, so then the reward. So that's drawer 1 for him. Drawer 2 for him will be his reward and his second step. You can even go as far as, which we did, putting the toothbrush and the toothpaste here, so they didn't have to go look for it, or you know that it's there. Maybe it gets knocked over in the bathroom, or it's in a different place. It's just another obstacle. So starting out, you could even put the toothbrush and the toothpaste in that drawer. But we didn't have to do that for very long. They did really good with just this picture. Oh, brush my teeth. And then that third drawer, you'd put the reward, and then you would put that picture of what to do. So then my one son would come, he'd take his clothes out. He used to always do this thing where he would jump and make them fall and fall on the floor with them. Every morning he did that. All right, he knew what to do. Yes, so he gets dressed, he puts his clothes in the hamper, he takes his reward, he puts it on drawer 1. You see, that's drawer 1. It's the same thing every morning, the same way every time. Next, even though he would start to know, my son is autistic. We as humans are creatures of habit, and yes, being autistic, very much so, repetition, all of that. Even though he knew this was the drawer, he would go brush teeth. He made it so fun for himself. So then he would go brush his teeth, then he would come back and he'd put his reward on his drawer 2. Then drawer 3, he'd come, he'd say, oh, I need to throw away my pull-up. He could turn around and be like, where is it? Oh no, it's not on the floor. Let me go check the hamper. Maybe it's rolled up in my pajama pants, which sometimes that did happen. He'd get it, he'd throw it away, he'd spread his blanket on his bed, then he would pay himself. Like so. Then he'd bring this to me wherever I am, whether it be in the kitchen, in my room, or my bathroom, wherever I was, and he'd say, Mommy, I'm ready. And he'd give it to me, and I'd come back upstairs and I would check. This is something I did most of the time. Once they really didn't need the system anymore, I stopped checking because I knew, that they had it down. And then I would just put this stuff back in here. This was always left here. And then I would go and fix their breakfast plate. They were proud of themselves. They felt better about themselves. So yes, so now they are 6, and sometimes I put if I want to pick their clothes, I put them on top of their dresser, and they just get up, do that, and basically do what they would do in their drawers. It's just like a habit. If they don't see clothes on the dresser, they know to just go pick some out. On days that we have to go out, for therapy or practices or whatever, I do pick out their clothes so they can look presentable, obviously, and I love to dress them alike. So yes, that's where they are now, and they're killing it. They're doing really good on the independent game, and I cannot take all the credit for this system. I actually got the system from one of their therapists, and it's just something. It's one of the many takeaways that I love. It's really worked for us, and my girls could have already been started doing it. They are the youngest, so I know it's a little bit, natural to give them a little bit more support, but I am going to start them on these on this drawer system really soon, probably like next week. So yes, if you want to see our new reward system, our new chore chart, and what's expected of our boys, then stay tuned. I will be making a video on what my boys' chore chart looks like and how they pay themselves. And yeah, so if you would like to know more about what's working for us, then stay tuned, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. I think I got that down now. But that is it. Thank you so much for watching, and you all have a very fantastic day. You see? Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, that's enough. That was your 5 seconds of fame.